Hello and welcome back to another review. And today we have New World. And before I get into any details, I'll start with, is New World worth it? And my answer is a resounding yes, it is. But what is New World exactly? Well, New World is a open world massive multiplayer online game. So basically you have a huge world and you play, at the moment you have a maximum of 2,000 people per server, and you always trying to, you have areas that you can compete against and try to own. There are wars, you can buy lands or houses, you kill and farm a lot of mobs and there's a lot of gathering skills and all that sort of stuff. So if you are familiar with the MMORPGs, then you feel at home in this game. So it's pretty fun. It's pretty nice, and I think it's completely worth it. But before I get into the details on why I think it's worth it and the pros and cons, basically, don't forget to leave a like on this video, and don't forget to leave me a comment if you have questions or if I don't mention anything that you think it's important for everyone to know. Just leave a comment down below and I'll read and reply to you. Now, this game is a game from Amazon as well, so it has a huge backup and probably a huge investment on this, which makes things a lot easier. So I'll start with the list of pros on the game. I think all of this list is based on personal opinion. I've been playing for the past week, was the whole week doing live streams on this game, and you can check it out on my channel. I'll see if I remember to put the list up on the screen so you can take a look at how that progressed from level 0 to, I think I've played until level 19 on live stream. So, as I mentioned, this game has no class. And why do I think that's good? So, I believe that having the ability to switch between what you like and try different play styles and find something that work with your what you like to do, that's fantastic, especially for new players. If you have never played MMOs in the past, then this would be a lot easier for you to explore a few options and not have to create like one character for fighter and one for wizard and one for cleric and so on and so on. But I think this is a huge point, and being able to explore a few things. I've done some exploration throughout the live streams, and I've started using I think the sword, then got the fire staff, and then the rapier, and then the life staff as well. So it just enable you to do that and try new things and see what you feel more comfortable using. So I think go for it, try some things out and see what works best for you. Now, another pro is the graphics of the game. I actually quite like it, especially the light on the game. And I have some screenshots that you can see on my Twitter or even on the thumbnail for this game. And it just looks fantastic, especially at sunrise and sundown. This was pretty good. Like I was really happy with that, especially the lights and the amount of details as well. You go into some farms, into some cities, and you have like so much detail in there. I'm talking with my hands and I'm hitting the microphone as well, so apologies for that. But yeah, great graphics all around. Now, sound effects, it's something that I was a bit impressed as well. And one of the things that make me pay attention to that a little bit more is basically when you are mining and your tool hits the rock, it does a pretty specific sound, and there is a bit of echo as well in the sound. And that's just perfect. That's so good. And you can see from far away if there is someone mining or someone using a gun, for example. You can hear that very loud and clear, and you know exactly what that is. And there is a lot of ambient sounds, and I loved quite a lot with the sound of one of the mobs or the corrupted, that it's one type of mob that you have to fight against. And I think it was just amazing. So great point there for the sound effects as well. And I'm pretty happy on how that integrates with everything in the game. Now, solo and party. So basically playing alone or playing on a group. That's really good as well. You can play the whole game solo. I think this game is a little bit more focused on groups, so having a party. But I still think you can play this completely by yourself. But obviously, as you play through, you see people around you, and sometimes you help them, they help you, and this is part of the fun. So you're never actually always alone. There is always someone around, and especially now with the game being brand new, there is a lot of people. Just on the launch day, we had more than 500,000 people simultaneously playing the game. So like crazy, crazy. But you can progress throughout the game by yourself or with friends, and you don't have any trouble in achieving anything. At least as further as I went in the game, I didn't see any problems with getting through the bosses, the challenges, and the missions, quests, and all that stuff. So pretty good balance as well. Now, something that's actually quite cool that, and I usually don't enjoy much, is crafting in this game. That is a big part in the game that's all about crafting. So, and the main reason behind that is that the whole economy of the game is all player based. And that basically means that you can sell things to NPCs or to characters that are not players in the game. So, or you salvage things and get some components for repairing your armor or weapons or everything that you wear, or you sell that to other players. So that makes everyone wants to do more and more crafting, so they can get more money, and then they can use that money to buy things from other players. And I think that's quite fantastic, and it's pretty easy to do, and it's pretty natural. And as you go through the game, you see yourself naturally doing this, especially as you gather a lot of resources around the place. You, instead of just throwing that away, you just get that and use to level up your skills in, for example, creating new weapons, armors, cooking, creating potions, and doing like an infinite amount of things that you can do there. So that was really, really good. Pretty easy to understand as well. And you just get into it. And especially for me, it was a surprise. I quite enjoy it. And there was a nice addition to the game, and I enjoy it. Next one, and it kind of we link with the crafting, but not exactly, which is fishing. So it's actually a skill that you can develop in the game, so you can level up in fishing. And when you think about it, like fishing, well, why would you enjoy fishing in a game like this? But I think it just fits with what you're doing. Like you're walking, you have rivers along the place or some lakes, and you have those intense fights, and then you get next to a river bank, and you just get your fishing rod and get some fish. And that was also well done. Like the way you actually fish was pretty cool. So it just felt like getting that balance between the action and the times where we're just relaxing. And for those times, like this is just Perfect. So I really love that component in the game as well. Just help mixing things up. And so just not like all the time just gathering stuff or just fighting or just trying to run away or run around trying to go to place to finish quests and things like that. So I like that was excellent. And my last pro would be the because this game is part of it's a game from Amazon. This is definitely part of their Prime gaming system, and you can get loot from Amazon. So if you have Amazon Prime, then you can get every week some different loot for this game. The first week there was a skin for clothing, there was a pirate skin, and every week you get something different. So pretty cool. I think it's always a nice addition to get things for free, and inverted commas here on the for free because you need to be part of Amazon Prime. But if you are, then you get this. So this is a nice addition there. Now to the comms list. Thankfully, I don't have as many items in the comms, and that's why this was like a pretty big yes for me. But logging queues. So especially on the first day, you had like queues of about 8 to 9 hours waiting. That was like ridiculous. You couldn't get in. And they started adding more and more servers. So now you have quite a lot of servers that you can just drop in and start playing. Although the ones I am in, they are all full because they were the first servers that were there. So it's pretty hard to still get in. It usually takes me 1 to 2 hours to be able to log in. The queue is being reduced every day. The developers, they are changing the way it works, improving and helping in removing people that are AFK in the game. AFK, by the way, they are away from the keyboard or not really playing the game. So they can give way for other players. And they are planning to increase the maximum number of players per server from 2,000 to an unknown number at this point. But they are doing some tests and they want to increase that as well. So if you're new to the game, just jump in, you'll find several servers that are free and you can just get in and start playing straight away. There is a lot of people playing on those servers as well. They're not like completely empty, but they don't have such long queues. So that is, at least they are fixing that. Now, another point is gathering. So as I mentioned, a big part of the game is crafting, and to craft you need to gather things. So it can be quite boring. And if you're just going out to gather stuff, then you might find yourself not enjoying the game as much. There is a way around that I found with experience and playing around. I found a nice way to do this, which is basically get as many quests as you can, and a lot of those quests will be just getting resources. And when you go to some quests and you have to fight or you have to go somewhere else and deliver a message or visit a new town, you along the way you can do those quests and you can do your gathering. So if you know that you need or want, for example, boulders or stone for building something, then along your way you just keep an eye on boulders and then you can go there and mine that. So this is an easy way to keep progressing in the game and still level up your skills. I spent one live stream, half of live stream, just focusing on leveling up my skills, and then I basically stopped that and integrate that along the gameplay. So I start just going around and doing whatever I had to do. And while I was doing that, I started like chopping trees, gathering, harvesting stuff, and mining and all that good stuff. So that is a way around that. But if you want to focus just on gathering, that can be a bit boring. And final point is, as this game has so much to offer, it can be quite overwhelming at first. And there are a lot of things that I still haven't tried yet or don't understand exactly how they work. For example, there are a few items that I got that I wasn't able to sell. I still don't know why. If you know, leave me a comment. That'll be really appreciated. But there are wars amongst factions. You have three main factions. Then you control territories. You can have some sort of groups or the name. I just missed the word now. Just got a blank. But you can create like big groups and control some areas, and those groups, they are part of the war to defend that region, and depending on who controls what, you have some bonuses if you're part of that group or not, that faction. So that is a lot. My suggestion is start with what you have in front of you, try exploring things, try looking at one thing and another. Most of the quests will teach you one thing or another, and there's a lot of people talking in the chat as well. If you feel like you're lost, just ask there. There is always someone available to help you, or also send me a message, join my Discord server, and we can have a chat about that. That's all that I have for comms. I think all of them can be quite easily dealt with, and you can just focus on the fun part of the game. So I'm quite enjoying it. I will still be playing this for some time, probably not doing as many live streams, but I'll keep doing it from time to time, and even maybe release new videos focused on one thing or another in the game. So in conclusion, if I think it's worth buying New World, yes, it's a resounding yes for me. Can't wait for what's next and what else they bring later on in the game. I know that this is already a huge game and it will be even bigger. Just give some time. So I hope you enjoyed this review. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like. If you want to see more content like this or watch my live streams or my videos on my channel, also consider subscribing. There is a lot of games that I play in the channel. They are usually very chill games and not usually MMOs. Like, funny enough, that's not the focus of my channel, but from time to time I like to play it. It's just something I like, and sometimes my subscribers enjoy it as well. So leave me some feedback, let me know what you think, and I do hope I'll see you in the next video or in New World if we're online. So thank you, and I'll see you there. Bye bye.